Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on a little impromptu live stream about the Ledger STAX. I wanted to kind of communicate with you guys what is really going on right now with the shipping situation, and everything's looking good. I'm going to give you some proof that my Ledger STAX is on its way. Pretty great stuff. And I watched a video from Ledger about what the STAX incorporated, the technology behind the Ledger STAX, and why it took it so long to get to market a year after their original estimate. So we're going to talk about that. It's really a groundbreaking, innovative crypto wallet, and I'm really excited to talk to you a little bit about it. And of course, I'm going to answer questions to the best of my ability and kind of troubleshoot any problems that you might have. But we're going to focus on the STAX, and I just want to explain to you what's unique about this crypto wallet. So let's dive in. There are a couple of people here already. I want to thank you guys for jumping in with me so early. That's my other monitor. Let's see what we got here. I think we're looking at this monitor. So, Andreas, thank you for joining. I know you're in Germany. I don't know what time it is there, but I'm hoping that it's 2:30 here in the U.S. Eastern Standard Time where I am. And so I'm not sure what time it is in Germany, but thank you so much for being here, Andreas. Always a pleasure to have you. Mustafa Lam is here. I haven't seen you around in a bit, so that's great. Not Meme is here. Crypto Mom here. Crypto Mom, Crypto Dad. I'll take it. What's going on here? I can see, yeah. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Yes, Birds, Bees, and Trees is here. That's great. Good to have you. Good to have Robert Loreno. Received an email regarding its shipping out next month. I've waited since the release. That's really cool. I have to admit that I was going to get 2 of them, and I just couldn't take it anymore and canceled my original order. I wish that I hadn't now, because I really would like to see 2 of them working together. And that's really why it's called the Ledger STAX. So we'll talk about that in a little more detail as well. The whole idea of wanting to use more than one crypto wallet. I get a lot of people that are always asking me what's the best wallet, and it's like they've decided that they can only own one crypto wallet, and so they have to choose the right one, the best one, and that's really limiting in a way when you think about it. Now, I'm not saying that we're all made of money and that we can afford to have, 50 different crypto wallets, but using more than one crypto wallet, even if it's the exact same type of wallet, is a viable strategy. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. I want to thank everybody here that's filtering in. And so let's get down to it. So the news is, let's start with me. This is an email that I just got from DHL that is telling me that my Ledger has shipped. I got an alert from Ledger earlier, about an hour or 2 ago, and so I've got an alert from DHL, and their estimate is Thursday. That's 2 days, so I'm pretty excited about that. I think we can also see here that I've got a text from Ledger from DHL telling me that I will have it on Thursday the 30th. So I'm pretty excited about doing the unboxing for you guys. That's going to be great. And so, first of all, I have tagged in the description, if you check out the description, stuff about what we're going to do, what we're going to talk about. I've tagged the Ledger YouTube channel, and I misspelled road. There we go. This is the video that they just put out within the last 24 hours. I think they dropped it about 12 hours ago. over in France, I guess, on their YouTube channel. And this is a great video. So I recommend you checking the video out. It's a little long. It's like 20 something minutes, but it really goes into in depth about what the stacks is all about, what the display is all about, the innovation of the display, and the pitfalls that they ran into trying to bring this display to market. So if you really want to get a deep dive, I would check out this video. But I'm just going to briefly go over it for you guys, kind of give you an overview of what they talked about so you don't have to watch the whole thing. But I have also linked these two blog posts down below, so you might want to check those out. I've still got that seam over there too. I think I'll be all right now. I'm a little OCD about that screen behind me. It doesn't, the camera sometimes catches the edge of it, so forgive me. So basically, here we go. This is the blog post announcing the shipping, and I am in batch 1. I was talking about that. So the day they announced it, the very day they announced it, I went on their website and bought one right away. Bam. Expensive too, $269 approximate. I don't remember exactly, but somewhere around there. So I bought one right away. Then they came out with the Ledger Market NFT. I'm not sure if the Market NFT came out before or after, but the Ledger Market NFT was an NFT that gave you gave you access to things. Like, first of all, it gave you access to, and let's see if we can get it all out. Where did this, I thought I had more than these. Maybe it was in this one. No. What am I doing here? Oh, main, that's what it is. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right, so the Ledger Market NFT, which is this thing right here, the Market Pass NFT, that gave you access to additional NFT drops, and it also gave special access to ordering a special edition Ledger STAX. And it was a little complicated, but you had to sort of connect to Ledger and verify that you own this thing, and you could order a Ledger STAX, and it was a special edition and came with a special case, something like that. And also it entitled you to be first in line to receive it. And so even though I ordered that second, that was the one that is giving me batch 1 access. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, I canceled the one that I ordered right away. And that probably would have been in batch 1, maybe batch 2, because I ordered that on the day of the announcement. Pre-ordered it, right? So I would have been cool if I was getting 2 and could kind of do the stacks thing. The whole idea behind the stacks is that you can stack them, right? And also, if we look at this, you can see that they're stacked. And this, the side here is part of the display. And that can change, right? It's, it's not static. So that is what really makes this display unique, in that instead of saying, okay, we're going to make one display on the top and we'll put a second display on the side. They said, we want the display to wrap. We want, and not just curve, right? It's more than just a curve. It's a 180-degree curve. So this was kind of the vision that Tony Fadell had. And if you don't know who Tony Fadell is, he was worked at Apple and was basically, the founder of the iPod, and then later worked in, very closely with them on the iPhone and the innovations of the iPhone. And most of us take the iPhone for granted, but it's quite it's an incredible device. It responds to your touch, and you can push it and get pop-ups and all kinds of crazy stuff that were just first of their types. So this display had to be integrated with the secure element chip, and that was also very innovative. So if you're aware of how a Ledger device works now, there's a secure element display chip embedded in this device. And the only way for the user to access that secure element chip is through those two buttons, right? There's a button up here and there's a button down here. And this makes the device very secure, right? Because only by interacting with the secure element device locally are we able to authorize transactions. So this thing has never been hacked remotely. So you have to have the device in your possession in order to authorize transactions, which makes it very secure. So the Ledger STAX has taken that another step, right? They're allowing the user to access the display and the secure element chip from anywhere on the display. This is really incredible, the way that they've managed to do this, and that's why it took so long. So let's talk a little bit about the features. It is the world's first secure touchscreen. So that's really important, right? We've had touchscreens. We understand touchscreens. But this is a touchscreen that is integrated with the secure element chip of the Ledger STAX device, right? So that's an innovation. Its 3-millimeter radius curved display is an ambitious innovation invented by Tony Fadell, the inventor of the iPod, and the first curved e-ink touchscreen on the market. So as I mentioned, there was a video put out by Ledger, and I encourage you to watch it. I've got it linked down in the description. But this was the thing that I was very curious about, was would it have an on-screen keypad? And it does. Right, so not only can it display NFTs, not in color, that's it's only black and white, but for what it does, it's pretty amazing. So it can display your NFTs in grayscale. You can add some sort of resting screen to it, that sort of thing. But you can also use an on-screen touch display, and of course you'll be able to authorize transactions with this on this display. And really, as you know, with my experience, and I've been using Ledger devices for years. I've been doing this channel since 2017. I have used a lot of different crypto wallets. And the one thing that really has been holding back adoption is the interface. Ledger is a pretty cool device. It's very secure, but those ganky little buttons are just, they're like something from the 1980s. Although it is secure, they sacrificed the interface for the security when they first came out with the Ledger device. There have been other devices which have improved upon this. The Ledger Nano X was an improvement over the Ledger Nano S. The Trezor T was a really great innovation because it has that little touchscreen on it. And it's a joy to use. And then we also had the Tangem wallets, which vastly improved the interface for a newcomer, but they sacrificed a little bit of the functionality and I don't want to say security, because it is a very secure device, but it's limited in its scope simply because of the way the interface is designed. It's a great interface. I love Tangem, but what I really would like is the functionality and the versatility of a Ledger device, because they're still using the same OS here. This is the same OS that a lot of third parties have, third-party wallets have compatibility with. Now, I know that some third-party wallets will probably have to alter a little bit to accommodate the Ledger STAX because it is a new device, but it should use the same developer API, and so it shouldn't be too difficult to integrate a Ledger STAX into, say, MetaMask or Rabby Wallet or Soulflare Wallet. So I'm looking forward to having that flexibility that I have with a Ledger device and that much, much, much improved interface of the Ledger STAX. Right. So you can read this blog post here. They kind of explain what took them so long. And so now I want to go around a little bit to give you an overview of this video. I took some notes here. Let me just check up. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining me. Didi, Reza, Cardano, Anna, Kareem Edwards, LS from Uganda. That's great to have you here. Sarakan Dogan. I'm a community moderator at Ledger. Do you have a Discord community? I do not. I do have a Discord page, but I'm kind of an old guy, so I stick to YouTube. And I do, I post on Twitter, and I'll interact with people on Twitter. I also have a Telegram account, but I don't use that much for interacting. William J. May, thank you for being here, William. Always good to have you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope things are going good out there in the LA, Southern Cal area. I hope you're being successful in your real estate and whatever other endeavors you're into. Great to have you here again. Let's see here. Hi there. We might have a bull run soon. Can you make a video about the best way to cash out your crypto with U.S. exchanges? Currently, I'm just using Coinbase and Bitrue, but Bitrue has some issues now. Thanks. Yeah, I will try to focus a little more on cash outs. I do my best to incorporate cash outs in my demo videos now. When I first started doing demo videos on wallets, I would usually do setup, backup, write down the seed phrase, initialize wallets, and transfer crypto in. And that was the extent of my setup videos. But I had a lot of people, such as you, asking for cash outs. And so now I will usually, in addition to those beginning steps, I've added on the here's how to cash out, right? Here's how to move the crypto back out to the exchange. And most of those are with Coinbase. Coinbase is my go-to cash out crypto exchange. It integrates well with all. I have three different bank accounts, and I can cash out to any one of those three bank accounts, and I can use any three of those bank accounts to, deposit funds in my Coinbase account. So basically, you send your crypto to Coinbase, and then you sell for cash and cash out. But let's talk a little bit about the innovation of the stacks. I'm going to go over this real quick. The interface was paramount. So, they had Ian on there. I've met Ian. He's a great guy. from my home state of Indiana. So we've talked in person when I was in New York at the Ledger Open, and then we've also done a few video chats. Great guy, even gave me his phone number, which I thought was very nice. And so Tony Fadell is the guy, and I'm trying to hit these. I'm not hitting these right the way I want to. Tony Fadell is, I believe that's him. And here's more of Tony Fadell, the inventor of the iPod, with the original interface for music. His vision was to have this great display on this device where you could have a touchscreen integrated with the secure element chip, and also to have it curved so that you could stack them. So that was kind of his vision. And one of the interesting things that Ian mentions in the video, let's see here. I don't know if it's exactly here. Where is Ian? Probably back here. But one of the things that Ian said, and let me just pull him up here so you can see Ian. Ian said that without Tony Fadell, it wouldn't have been as beautiful as it is. And without Ledger working with Tony, it wouldn't have been secure as it is. And I thought that was a great statement. So let's go back to this, if I can get that. Yeah, that touchscreen keypad just blows me away, right? It's going to make doing doing restores and verifying your seed phrase, doing all that stuff so much easier, right? So the interface was the important thing that they wanted to do. They wanted organic display technology. Your iPhone is made of glass and silicon, I believe. And that's great, but it's too brittle and it's too heavy for what they envisioned here. The e-ink display technology had been done, right? There are devices that use e-ink display, but he wanted a curved display. Right? And I think I mentioned this earlier. Not only did he want a curved display, he wanted it to be 180 degrees. So as I showed you, we want to be able to curve the display around to the edge so that you can stack them and you can edit the titles. These are not static, right? So that's really amazing, right? Because, at first they said, well, why don't you put one display at the top and one on the side? And he's like, no, I want it to wrap around the side. So, you should be able to change the name of your device. And I believe that's what is on the side here. Looks like the name of the device. And so what we're seeing here is a stack of Ledger stacked devices, right? And one says Lily's Crypto, one says Lily's BTC, one says Lily's NFT, one says Lily's Portfolio. I don't know if that's, the best way to separate your crypto out. But it might be for different things for different people. So it might be all of its BTC, but you've just separated it out onto different devices, right? One of them could be long-term storage, and then a different one could be your short-term DEX device, the one that you're going to use on DEXs, and you only have enough Ethereum or Matic or Solana or whatever in the wallet to pay your fees, right? You're not going to be risking your long-term holdings for a device that's basically going to be interacting with Web3, right? That's best practice. And then you could have one that is only for your NFTs, I guess, if you want it to be something like that. And you could say, okay, I want one just for BTC and I want another one that has multiple cryptos. It's up to you. But the idea here is that you don't have to put all your crypto in one device. Now, this is an expensive device, right? You got to be pretty much, if rolling in the cash, if you can afford to have like 5 of these, because they're basically 300 a pop. But the idea of having more than one crypto hardware wallet is sound, right? And it could be, okay, I got a STAX, I got a Ledger X, and I've got a Tangem, and I've got I've got a Trezor T or a Trezor Safe 3 or whatever. Each device has its own unique interface and functionality, and we don't want all our crypto in one place, right? We want interactivity, but we don't want to be risking our large holdings. All right, so why did it take so long, right? Also, the display needed to be integrated with the secure element chip, and that was quite a ambitious feat, right? So as I mentioned, right, they had 2 buttons that you could use on the Ledger Nano X and the Ledger Nano S and the S Plus, but now we wanted an entire screen area that could be integrated with the secure element chip. The secure element chip is what makes the device so secure. A secure element chip is ubiquitous in our society now. You see them on your ATM cards. You see them on your credit cards. When you put your credit card or your ATM card in at the grocery store, into the chip reader or at the coffee shop or whatever, that isn't a secure element chip. And it is very secure, resistant to tampering, all that great stuff. So, of course, we want that technology integrated into our crypto wallets. And here we've got a display that's integrated in with that chip. Previous Ledger devices only had 2 buttons. I said that. The STAX needed to integrate the entire display with the secure element chip. The manufacturing process involved a 9 lithography step process. And during any one of those steps, one speck or defect that, from the manufacturing process or dust in the air fell into this display would ruin the entire display. So they had to rethink their entire manufacturing process from the get-go just to make this thing. And then as they were beginning production, they had to alter their production in order to accommodate this pitfall of one little speck destroying the entire display. And one of the things that they mentioned was that, if it's something on the circuit board or whatever, you got a little room for error, right? But when you're dealing with a display, you have no room for error. I used to work at a computer store, and we'd have guys, the graphic artists, that would come in and buy monitors. This was before display monitor, the thin display, like the old tube monitors. But they had these like outrageously expensive giant monitors for graphic artists. And if one pixel was black, or was not, correct, they'd bring the entire thing back. They're like, dude, I'm a graphic artist, man. One pixel was all it took to have somebody return a giant monitor. And so with the Ledger STAX, we have that same issue. No one is going to put up with a device that they just spent $369 for that has a speck on there, on the display, right? And not only that, but they showed a picture in that video of what kind of display. This is the gentleman from E-Ink. And he talked a little bit about what happens when you get a speck in there, and they showed one on the table, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it or not. Yeah, but they showed one on the table that was obviously defective. I think it was right about here. I'm going to turn off the sound for a second. So here he's talking about that one particle could screw up there. So that device right there, you can see those white lines. That's just like, it's just that one speck just screwed the whole display up. So they had to accommodate their manufacturing process to go from, and he also mentions if 1 out of 1,000,000 pixels is bad, the whole display is bad, right? So that was really what they had to overcome, right? So we have emergent technology here. We've got a visionary design of a display that's light and flexible. And, you know, this device is about the size of a credit card, easy to carry around with you. And functional, right? It's a one of a kind. It's one of the first of its kind, shall we say, something like that. So it's just amazing. I am going to probably talk about the Ledger STAX more. Of course, I'll do my setup video, and then I'll have my personal review of the interface. I'm expecting great things from it. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover today. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and shoot them out. And I'll see if I can answer any of your questions. But I think I've covered the Ledger STAX. You've got these two blog posts that I have linked down below in my description. If you want to know a little more. Emmanuel is here. all the my friends are here with me today. I really appreciate you guys joining me. I just kind of wanted to get out my excitement that the device is shipping and show you that I will have mine. I thought it would be 3 or 4 days. Looks like it'll be here in like 2 days. So that's exciting. Of course, as soon as I get it, I'm going to do a setup video. So unless you guys have any questions, I'm just going to sign on out. And then in a couple of days, I will unbox and set this guy up for you. And I'll run it through its paces. See if it's, I'm assuming it'll be compatible with Ledger Live desktop and Ledger Live phone. But I'm going to check it out to see if it works with MetaMask and Rabby and Soulflare and all of the other third-party wallets. As far as getting your hands on one of these, Ledger says they will be shipping in the summer. So it might not be until July or August that you are able to actually order one. It still says in stock soon on their website. So if you have pre-ordered one, bully for you. I wish that I had kept both that I had ordered, but I went ahead and canceled one of mine, but I'm still getting my the Ledger STAX that I got through the Ledger Market Pass NFT. A while back, you mentioned a website that you can buy or get a coin before it launches. What was it again? I took that link out of my live stream. I usually keep it in there. And this is DeFi here, pre-sales. Yeah. So some coins have their own pre-sale site, and but the Sol sale or Gempad is the one that you can has multiple pre-sales. Now, and I'll paste that into the chat window. So you can participate in pre-sales through Gempad. They're a pretty above-board site. but not every project is a winner, and some projects are more secure than others. Some projects have audit, some projects have KYC, some projects have neither. So as always, do your own research, and as you can see, they've got Ethereum pre-sales, Solana pre-sales, Base pre-sales. So it's a good resource, but I'm sure it's not the only one out there. I'm sure there are other ones out there that you could check out if you're into the pre-sales. But as I mentioned, you know, it's kind of a roll of the dice. The idea of a pre-sale is that you'll have your token on the day that the and you've already purchased your token, and then the day that they become available for general sale, you'll be able to, if the token takes off, you're in, boom, you've done well, right? But not every token takes off, and you have to be right there when it debuts, and it's difficult to get orders in when these coins first debut. So it's not a money tree, right? So keep that in mind when you're doing your research, and try to get independent confirmation of any of these pre-sales. So I'll go ahead and sign on out, guys. Of course, I will be doing my live stream on Saturday. I just can't seem to get that. Yeah. I'll do the live stream on Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Stay tuned for my unboxing, which I'll start recording when I get the stacks on Thursday. Should have Thursday or Friday, get that unboxing and setup video out for you guys. Subscribe to the channel if you want updates. I just dropped a video yesterday on using the Trezor Safe 3 device with your Rabby wallet. So I would invite you to check that out. No. Let's try this. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I just dropped this video on using the Trezor Safe 3 with the Rabby wallet, and I'm just going to drop that in down at the bottom of the chat window. So check that one out. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my... Oh, thanks for being here, Ken. I just saw you jump in there. Yeah. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. And William May, thank you so much for your generous donation. Good to see you again. Good to see everybody here. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for asking questions. And if you've got a Ledger STAX on the way, tune into my channel, because I will give you all the lowdown on how to set up and configure this device. Good to have everybody here.